good show. We would have kept pushing, but hey, man, why not just start? We try to get better. But we will talk about Russell Wilson and how they treated him. Sean Payton didn't want him anyway from the beginning of the season. You saw he was talking about him. So Russell, I guess, going to be playing for somebody. Might be here in Atlanta.
No, Atlanta don't. Atlanta not giving up on Desmond Ritter.
No, they not going to give him Derek Ritter.
No, they love Ritter for some reason.
Okay, then.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Because
crazy.
he's a scrambling quarterback. Get out of here.
Come on, the last black quarterback Atlanta wanted was Vic, and they barely wanted him.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
was looking for a reason to get rid of him.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, but it's the season is almost over. The team ain't in the playoff next year. What do y'all think about some of the teams in the playoffs so far?
Well, my team
I
not
just
in it, so
hope
I don't have nothing to
Dallas
say.
lose.
Man, I haven't had nothing to say for 20 plus years, so I ain't shit. Whenever they get to the playoffs, they'll find a way to screw it up. So the hell with it.
Well,
I
at
hope
least they get
Detroit
there.
beat that ass in
But
Dallas.
but
So
I
they
do
don't
say
even make
this.
the playoffs.
I do say this. With Brock Purdy getting their asses beat by the Ravens, why haven't
Yeah.
we heard anything about Lamar Jackson being MVP of the league?
Well, I
Oh,
told you why last week. They don't want him to be MVP, and that's the
Uh,
sad thing is when the Ravens let him shop himself around this
mhm.
offseason, 95% of the teams wouldn't even talk to him. And now he just showing, okay, y'all don't want to talk to me. I'm gonna beat all y'all asses now.
Right.
Good.
So
I
so
mean,
so now with him beating asses, it's time for him to be
and
put up there for MVP.
exactly, and honestly, it shows what we said last week that Brock Purdy not the MVP of that team. Um, Christian McCaffrey's the MVP.
Absolutely.
yeah,
They
yeah,
shut
Well,
him down too.
like I said, we're gonna go back to what Cam Newton said about being the guy being a system
Playmaker
quarterback.
versus
Yeah. So Lamar Jackson is that playmaker
yeah.
that's right.
He's
that
that dude.
deserves the MVP.
Yeah, yeah. He's
True.
that guy. And like
Without them, they lose. Period.
because Tim Dog just said they shut McCaffrey down. They really didn't. They just made sure that the yards he got was in
Yeah,
was what's the word I'm looking for? Not necessarily unnecessary, but they were inconsequential.
yeah. Instead of
Reasonable.
him, yeah, instead of him getting like 8 yards a carry, he was only getting like three or
Yeah,
four.
except for one
Yeah.
long run
So
I think he
yeah,
had. He
Oh
didn't get
yeah,
anything
yeah.
else after that.
That 19-yard run he
Yeah,
had.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
his
like I
yards
said,
were inconsequential. They didn't mean anything to the flow of the game except that it San Francisco held the ball. But after that, you didn't hear nothing else from either of them
that's
well,
except
they
right.
those
threw an interception after the
interceptions.
19-yard run.
Purdy
Right,
looked pretty
right.
bad.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, fellas, I want to get y'all thoughts on this. Tell me what y'all think about this.
Tonight, Taraji P. Henson's brutally honest and emotional explanation of Hollywood's pay disparity is going viral. CNN host Gayle King interviewed Henson and the cast of The Color Purple. It's a film from CNN's parent company, Warner Brothers Discovery. Now, King asked Henson if she was thinking about quitting acting.
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Or have to. The math ain't mathin'.
Here to discuss this with me now is actress Yvette Nicole Brown. Yvette, that has really touched a nerve in Hollywood.
What y'all thought about what she said? And she's on there crying. Professor, what you thought about what Taraji was talking about?
Honestly, it's not surprising because as a black actor, you're gonna get paid less, and as the black female actor, you're really gonna get paid less than everybody else. It's just like the same day I read an article where Brad Pitt got paid $10 million
Yeah,
for Benjamin
yeah,
Button, and she barely got $150,000.
yeah,
And
yeah,
and like it's people making fun of her for crying, but if you putting your heart into something, it's how many of y'all gonna cry if your business fail after you put so much money and time into it? I
Yeah.
guarantee you half of y'all gonna cry. Maybe 90% of y'all gonna shed buku tears too. And I want to see who make fun of you then, because she's absolutely right. You think about quitting when something like that happens, because she even had to fight for the money she got for the color purple just now. She had to fight for that money. And it's sad that somebody with that kind of resume has to fight for what they get when they're throwing money at nothing actresses like say let's just pick a name out of the air and call her
Matthew
Scarlett
McConaughey.
Johansson, who's done half of nothing compared to Taraji. I mean, yeah, she had the $1 billion franchise in Marvel, but beyond that, what has she had? She Taraji is one of those names, and I'm not just saying this as a black man, who should be considered royalty as far as Hollywood goes, and she's not.
Mm. Yeah,
And
I
just
totally
like
agree
she
with you.
said, she fired her team after Empire because they didn't know how to manage her after that to get her more and more roles.
That's true. That's true. Tim Dollar.
I mean, she is an actress, so who's to say that she was just crying to get the sympathy? But nah, I understand the disparity. I really do, but that disparity has been there before she even got there.
Hmm.
And, you know, some people getting paid and other people not. That's been going on for years. For me, not just sitting there and sulking in it, feeling bad for myself. I mean, if you really feel bad, start a movement. You know, get other actors to, do something about it, make it more of mainstream uh, Hollywood, more so than, oh, she's on the red carpet. Look at that dress. You know, we as Americans, we middle class, they don't get paid as much either, but they do something about it. Like she said, she has a lot of jobs. People say you're working a lot. Yeah, I have to. I mean, that's one way to do it. But if you're really tired, then you need to do something about it. Don't just pout about it, do it. I'm not saying get mad and start crying. Get even and do something. Start your own, uh, be like Tom Perry. Start your own production company or become a director or do something other than being an actress. You're limiting yourself to one thing, and she probably got typecast, and that's maybe why people don't want to hire her.
Farrell.
If you're not making money in one thing, make a hustle in another. You've been behind the camera, learn how to work it. Do
Well,
something like that.
What you
well,
got to say
I
about
would
that, Farrell?
say, like who's the 10 highest paid women in Hollywood per film? She's not even on the
Scarlett
list.
Johansson. I could tell you that Scarlett Johansson is the highest paid woman.
Yeah, yeah, she is. But what I'm saying is, like, Jennifer Aniston gets 20 million a film.
Yeah.
And what what film do you watch that she's in it that's worth $20 million? I'm not saying she's a bad actress. I'm just like she's not a box office draw to me for 20 million a film. So I see what she's talking about.
Mhm.
That goes back with what's the female comedian?
Monique.
Yeah, Monique. It's the same thing.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
so
What you got? What you got on that? Poor boy from the boot. You remember the question?
And it's gonna be a struggle for them because with AI coming, that's only gonna make it even more difficult for them for to make money. So like I just feel sorry for them with that shit because yeah, they shit tough. They about to lose out to goddamn computers, nigga.
Well,
Well, that's what the
this is my
strike was
thought,
about.
and this is my
Yeah,
thought.
Yeah.
but shit.
My thought about the situation. Tim Dog, I totally disagree with what you said. You just lost me with that. She's not saying I want to go do something else. Pay me what I'm worth. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm doing all these movies just like Bitch in the Butt. You pay this man $10 million, and I mean that when he paid me $150,000. I mean, for females in general, they get lowball. And just like the
True.
man professor said, for black females, they get really low ball. Just like what's my girl was in um what's the murder? What's the
Get a
movie
new
with
agent.
Denzel Fences.
Oh,
What's the young
Viola
lady?
Davis.
Viola
Yeah.
Davis. Viola
Yeah.
Davis said that she got the Oscar, she got the Tony, she got the the Emmy, and she got all the awards. But she compared herself. She said, "I got the same thing that Meryl Streep got, and Meryl Streep gets at least 15 million. I don't only get a
Right.
third of that,
And it's just like
and
you
I
said.
got all the awards."
It's just
Oh,
like you
go ahead,
said,
Professor.
Jennifer Aniston getting tens of millions a picture. What has she done? I mean, as a white actor and actress, you're able to parlay the smallest, most insignificant roles into big things. And I'm not saying Friends was a small thing, but Friends ended what 10, 15 years ago at this point. Jennifer Aniston is might have made 6 movies since then. None of them were what I would call critical darlings, like a lot of Miss Henson's roles. But I mean, I like I said, I understand where she's coming from because she shouldn't have to fight that hard to get the money that she thinks she deserves. She really shouldn't. And
That's correct.
like with the Benjamin Button thing, she settled at 150. She asked for half a million
Yeah,
and had to settle
yeah,
down because they were trying to keep her at $100,000.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know it's easy for us to say that go do something else, but go do something else. It's like that's just a cop out.
Right.
Pay me what I'm worth. That's what we always say. Pay me what I'm worth. If you work a job, pay me what I'm worth. And yeah, she can go do the director thing, but she might get a little ball there too. You know, it's easy for us to say do like Tyler Perry, but Tyler Perry didn't stop with money. It took him a while to get where he's at.
Right.
And and when he did his first movie, what did he have to do? He had to finance it himself because the people in Hollywood didn't believe in him. And the people in Hollywood are the one that's controlling how these black actors are being paid. You know, hey, but they always say that black movies don't work overseas, and that's exactly what they say. Black movies don't work overseas, and with that being said, I think that's why they try to lowball these people. You know, what you got to say about that, TJ?
I mean, go back to the first film and what they did with black people in the films. I mean, I'm not saying that she should stop acting altogether. No, doing something different within the acting field. Yeah, you see that you're being limited to what you can do, but you are smart enough to know that if they can do it, I can do it too. Don't just settle to being an actress who has to fight for the money. Settle being the actress who can do her own thing and then maybe, pay somebody some money. You have to start somewhere to get somewhere, but sitting down and complaining about something that's not going to get it. I'm not saying she complaining. All I'm saying is you can try to do other things other than, you know, hoping that you can make a big payday on a big picture.
See, my issue is with
That's just
everybody's
like trying to be
response
an
to it.
athlete.
I mean, it's like you say, rookie athletes come in knowing exactly what they're going to make. Now it's overinflated compared to what they're worth because, say, football players even 15 years ago didn't make half of what these rookies are signing contracts for, and especially when it comes to their signing bonuses. But just saying that she should do this and she should do that, that still kind of to me diminishes what she's going through because it's her. We can't say that
Hold
she's not
on.
worth what she thinks
Opening,
she's worth.
starting your own company or
Starting your
business
own
is
company is
diminishing
not as
you.
easy as it sounds, especially
I'm
in the
not saying that it
saturated market
is,
of
but it's
Hollywood.
not
We
diminishing.
can always say somebody should
Diminishing
own theirs, but
is
it's
sitting
like
Let him
it's
there
finish,
like
Tim Dog. Tim
complaining
Dog, let him
and,
it's
finish.
and
it's
Let him
like the
finish, Tim
man on the
Dog.
street said.
Then come in.
Tyler Perry went through had to dig through a whole bunch of BS until he could get what he got now.
but
He
he
had to
got it.
finance his own until he could get what he has now.
But he
And
got it.
as an actor in Hollywood, she's been the first thing I remember seeing her in was Hustle and Flow. That
Yeah.
was her first real big mainstream movie. That was
Mhm.
damn near 20 years ago at this point. She should not be having to beg and scrape around for the money that she thinks she's worth because she's done so much. And I think that's where a lot of her emotion comes in at. she shouldn't have to say, I'm worth this, I'm worth that, I should get this. And then they go, okay, well, we don't think you're worth that. We'll give you this. And especially, like I said, given her resume, she should already get that. Like Scarlett Johansson got her first big role was Lost in Translation, if I remember right, with Bill Murray. It was a
Man.
it was a
She
darling
ain't
of the
ready to
media.
sell her damn soul. She got to
Well,
sell
no,
her soul to get
Taraji
what
don't
she
want to
want.
show her tits, which is what Scarlett did to get her notoriety.
Well, hey, if you don't want
Yeah,
to pay the costs, like the
Angelina
comments say,
Angelina
ownership.
Jolie did that.
They
Exactly.
own it. They tell you what to do. If you don't want to do it, you ain't gonna get paid. Act the ownership. Own your own shit, and you good.
Shit, Terrence Howard
With the
didn't even get a
internet,
good
man, there's no
payday
excuse.
when they did
She already
Hustle and
got a
Flow.
name, so with the internet, you can blow up. They got nobody's blow up off the internet. You already got a following.
But that's
Shit.
fleeting, to say the least.
Yeah, yes, that is true. That is true. Like I say, we here just giving our opinion.
There you go
But
again.
I hope people out there actually, I hope people actually understands that, these guys put in work and they should get paid for it. Just like when you go to our job, I put in my work. I want to get paid for what I do. If I do extra shit, I want extra money.
Right.
Especially if I stay extra time, pay me overtime.
Pay me overtime.
Right.
Exactly. I know the math professor about to get hot again. And he about to go to the dirty mouth professor.
Oh Lord.
I know your mom was watching.
I
so
know.
make sure
I'm
make sure
I'm
you
not
hold
gonna
your
do it,
tongue.
Mama. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, I'm saving the best for last, but we're gonna get this out.
Don't
of
be
right
scared.
now. I know
Don't
y'all
be
heard.
scared.
Yeah, I know y'all heard about Donald Trump getting booted off of Colorado. Now Maine has followed up.
Yeah.
But the governor of New Hampshire had this to say about Donald Trump.
Look, when it comes to records, everyone knows Donald Trump's record. He didn't do any of it. He just didn't get it done. When it's funny when he was here over the weekend and he spent all this time saying this horrible, rhetoric against illegal immigrants and all this sort of thing.
They poison mental institutions and prisons all over the world, not just in South America, not just the 3 or 4 countries that we think about, but all over the world. They're coming into our country from Africa, from Asia, all over the world. They're pouring into our country.
All he's doing there is trying to spur up his base. That's why he gets so extreme in some of these speeches he's giving. You had a chance to secure the border. You had a chance to make Mexico pay for it as you told us you would. You didn't do any of it. So he's doing everything he can to distract from the fact, almost like he wasn't president. He was in charge for 4 years, and look what didn't get done.
I know a lot of maggots don't like to hear that, but he's speaking the truth. And with them kicking him off of the main thing, I don't think it's going to hold up. I think the Supreme Court going to step in. But it's just one of the things that I have conversations with a lot of these maggots and Republicans out there, think that Trump is the best thing since sliced bread. But man, Professor, we'll come to you last. I know.
All right.
You won't careful. What's your thoughts on that?
45 gonna get what he deserves. He's not talking policies. He's not talking job security. He's not talking about anything except him being a sore loser and what he gonna do. First day, I'm gonna be a dictator. For the first day, I'm gonna get back on everybody that got me. Come on, man. For real though, I just turn him off now. I don't even, because the man's ignorant. If he thinks that he's going to win on the shit that he's talking about. And the people that are listening are the same people saying, why is it that the educated don't like Donald Trump? Duh. Listen to yourself.
What you got for a po' boy from the booth?
Oh man, I ain't really got no skin in the game with this one. I don't pay attention to that politics shit no more, man. It's all rigged.
You got. Here we go, Mr. Conspiracy Theory. What you got to say about it? What you got to say?
Man, I'm just gonna say, give America what they want. They want this dude, give it to them. Let them figure out after they get in if there was a good choice or not. Because I'm tired of trying to convince people to vote for who's good for you, like the middle class, not vote for somebody who's gonna give you false hopes as a middle class, knowing he has no interest in anybody making under $1 million a year. Like, just get over yourself, man. So give America what they want, so they can flap out you. How you say, flutter out of water like fish or some shit, man. Let them happen.
What gets me is with that secret material and everything. The kid from what was it, New Jersey? He got it, put it on the internet. He's in jail right now. 45. He had it in his bathroom. He's showing it at dinner parties, like show and tell. And what happens? Nothing.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, he has something on these people.
He
got
got
something
dirt
on these people,
everybody,
man.
No,
These
no,
people
why
are
he do
scared
it.
of him
He
for
got
some
dirt on
odd reason,
everybody.
man.
Hey,
That's why they want
What
to
happened to
dirt.
the reality winner person that was here? The ex Air Force female. She got all these years for some BS.
yeah.
You know, it's all under him. So I mean, come on, man.
Hey, you heard Mark Meadows.
She's still in jail.
Mark Meadows didn't get his change of venue like he wanted.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he hoping the Supreme Court can help him, but ain't no way. They ain't listening to this. So I think Mark Meadows is going to turn state evidence because he ain't trying to do no time.
Hey, Mitch McConnell's even getting ousted by his own people now. Talking
I'm gonna
against
tell
him.
you what it is with
Mumbling Mitch. That's what I call him.
I'm gonna tell you what it is with
before,
Trump.
Before you start, Professor, I got to make sure people know. And now, what you've been waiting for?
Get your popcorn.
Get your popcorn, like T.O. said. Get your popcorn ready. Because here comes the Mad Professor. Go ahead, Mad Professor. The floor is yours.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, people. It's not that Trump has anything on these people, because he don't. He has more dirt than any one of them. Any two of them, he has more dirt than. The problem is the Republican Party is the laziest fucking group of people on the planet. They embraced Trump because he brought in more people that would give them money. And then they thought that that would carry them to the win. But the problem was, the moment he got elected, he went back on all of his promises. He told them for months and years, I know how to repeal Obamacare. I got my plan. What happened? Nothing. I've got plans for for a Build Back Better, which wasn't what he called it, Infrastructure Week. Did he ever do it? No, he ain't do a damn thing. If you ask any of these fools who voted for this man, what did he actually accomplish? Oh, well, he did this. No, that was somebody else. Oh, he did that. No, that was somebody else. He did absolutely nothing. And the stupid ass wall that he built fell down within 2.5 years because he cheaped out and gave it to one of his damn friends who didn't know what the hell they was doing. All he did was get his people into places of power where they can make more damn money, including himself. Now, he didn't do as good a job as Dick Cheney did. Dick Cheney was the ultimate in let me get my money grab when he rebuilt Iraq using his own company after he tore the damn country down. So Trump is just a second-class ass Dick Cheney, who don't know what the hell to do. He can't legislate, and it's like Man on the Street said. This man, was it Man on the Street or was it Tim, has come up with no, and I mean absolutely no policies that he wants to do in his second term. When I'm gonna tell you what, during the election last time, presidential election last time, when he had an interview with Sean
Taper
on Fox. Yeah, Sean Hannity. Hannity asked him, well, what do you want to accomplish your second term? This asshole couldn't come up with one fucking answer after 10 minutes. 10 minutes, he couldn't come up with a damn thing. Right then, most Republicans, most smart ones said, he don't deserve a second damn term because he hasn't done a damn thing his first one. And that's when he lost that election. It wasn't, oh, it was stolen, blah, blah, this, blah. No, nigga, you ain't do nothing. You stupid. Shut the fuck up.
He called the man a nigga.
And your ass repeated it.
That's your brother.
Shit.
Oh my god. He like, man, he remind me of an old man who think that, you know, he run his house. I don't need to go to no damn debate. I know everything. Yeah. What you know?
Well, he didn't go to the debates because he was scared to go, because he knew those people would hand him his ass.
That's true. Okay, Major. I know, poor boy. You say
Hey,
you
Miss
got
Jen.
you don't do politics. I know you say you don't do politics, but you got to learn to do politics because we got to teach these young kids. I know you think it's rigged, but we have to get out there and we have to do our part and listen to these clowns talk about Donald Trump like he's the second coming. It just baffles my mind.
And
I
that's
just
the
don't
other part of
I don't
these
see.
Christians that kill me. They talk about Donald
Hypocrites.
Trump like he's the second coming of Jesus, and this man has done nothing Christ like in his life. He
Hey,
was
you heard
born
that the G?
wealthy. He was born wealthy, and
Yes.
like I said weeks ago, everything he touches with his own hands crumble. I mean, how you bankrupt casinos? How do you bankrupt the
They
damn
guarantee to
casino?
win, and they guarantee to win.
I mean, get the fuck out of here.
Hey, odds is in the favor of the casino every time.
Every hand
That's right.
odds are in the casino's favor, and this jackass had to get $10 million from his daddy to keep it afloat for a year. And after his daddy died and he got the rest of his pa's money, all that shit went
Yeah.
up in smoke. I think he's smoking with Po Boy from the boot if he think he's smart enough to do a damn thing.
And you know the GOP is investigating him for the money, all the donation. He thinks that people that donate money automatically goes to him.
Yeah.
And he's spending their money
Well,
like
it's
crazy.
all part of his grift. Everything is
Hey,
about his money.
Pretty soon he ain't gonna be flying. He gonna be on a train. It costs money to fly them planes.
They just had an article on CNN about him trying to fly in the fake electorates from Michigan for the last election. I mean, man, he's not stupid enough to not get recorded doing your crimes. Don't be recorded doing your crimes.
Oh, man.
Stupid.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the mad professor or the dirty professor. Either one. I mean, he goes by both. But let's move this conversation along.
Oh, man.
We was talking about this earlier before we came on the air. They done got another one. Now they got Jermaine Jackson, poor boy from the boot. What you think about that situation?
I can't hear you, man. I couldn't hear nothing you said.
Oh, man, he high. Everybody else can hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear
Poor
you.
boy.
Put your glasses on, maybe you can hear. Oh, you got them on.
You can't hear, man? Okay, then. You take it then, Pharaoh.
He look like he frozen.
No. I was over here getting some information because,
Okay.
like I said, 35 years for you to claim that somebody sexually assaulted you at their house. It just seems a little absurd. If the husband's there, why the husband didn't say anything? Then they reported back to Gordy, Barry Gordy, thinking that he was going to handle it. I mean, no police was called, no foul, no lawsuits was filed, nothing until now, 35 years later. Come on, man. It's enough. I'm tired of hearing about it.
Yeah. I totally agree.
It's just unfair. It's unfair,
Yeah. It just seems though that, like I said before, we're not trying to downplay if it happens. Why wait 35 years?
1988. Come on, man.
Yeah. I just don't understand that. So what you got about that, po boy? You still can't hear me. He just stuck.
Man. You can't do shit. Ain't shit safe. Can't slap no booty. I put and grab when I was walking through clubs. I'm scared right now. I don't know if they're gonna come back and get me. I done grabbed a lot of random booties.
See, that's what I'm about to say. I don't know if y'all played this game or what y'all called it, where y'all from, but here in New Orleans, when we was in elementary school, we played a game called Catch, Kiss, Get a Little Bit. I'm worried one of them heifers gonna come after me now. It was just in fun. You grabbed me, I grabbed you. We was having fun. Okay?
Oh my God.
Shit.
Woo-hoo.
I'm not trying, like I said it last week, you just said it, man, on the street. I'm not trying to diminish anything that anybody went through, but 35 years, your husband was there, he a cockled. He just wanted to watch you fuck a Jackson, okay? That's what that shit was. And now you mad, he mad that ain't nothing come about it. His penis still don't work apparently. So now you trying to sue. Get the hell out of here, man.
Trying to get that implant money.
Because like I keep saying, they keep coming after money rather than going after it criminally. It shows what they're about. If it's criminal, go criminally. Don't bring it to the civil courts. Go after it.
She
Go
said,
criminally.
I feared for my life.
No, you feared Jermaine hair grease was gonna get on your coochie. That's all that shit was. Shit.
What you got about it, Chip, though?
Hey, we talk about this almost every week now. Another one bites the dust.
Yeah. Yeah. But not. But I guess I saw Jermaine Jackson, and now they got TD.
This is. I mean, we got like 1988. Come on now, for real though. Yeah. You fear for your life for what was it? 35 years.
Janet, if you come at me right now, I will go back at you right now. I promise you, girl. Come on after me.
They're starting to drop bodies, man. They're trying to put some little fish out there. They putting them little fish out there.
Steve Tyler got hit up too.
They're trying to distract you.
Who got hit up?
Steve Tyler from Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Rolling Stones.
No, Aerosmith.
Yeah, Steve Tyler got hit up.
He don't remember because he was high at the time.
And Steve Tyler, L.A. Reid got hit up.
I got I got to get this off my chest, man. You know, we did a podcast. Remember we talked about mental health.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about mental health, right? And you know, I'm looking for on my other thing, Audacity podcast. Make sure you check it out. And I actually went back and I did like a short. I want y'all to tell me about this, and then I'm gonna show you what somebody said about this. I'm gonna get y'all opinion first. I'm gonna keep it short on your opinion because we want to talk about what the person said to me on the comment. All right.
Black men seem to suffer disproportionately from the disease. Black men, why?
Well, it's not clear to me that we suffer disproportionately from the disease of depression. But I have to say that we, more than any other group, are not getting the help that we need.
So the
and
results
not getting
of it
the help
stands
that
out.
we deserve. So I think the question that comes up is why won't black men seek help? I mean, it's just that simple. Now that's a general problem for all men, but I think it's a more pressing problem for black men. And it's not just for depression, it's for some of the other conditions that you mentioned, diabetes, hypertension. We have a problem in reaching out.
All right. Y'all listen to that video. Man, Professor, what did you get out of that video that I just posted?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. As a black man, you're told you're weak if you're sick. You're it's not told, society-wise, you're told you're weak if you're sick. You're told you're not supposed to show emotion. You're not supposed to show you're not feeling well. And this comes from back before I was born, where the black man had to be the backbone of the community, even though it was honestly the black woman. We're the ones who society places on our shoulders the building of that society. We go out in the streets, we're targeted by people we think are our friends and our peers. We're targeted by law enforcement. We're targeted by laws that are written sometimes. So when we say we just can't handle anymore, we're told, "Oh, nigga, you gonna be all right." You're told that by your friends. You're gonna be all right, man. You're crying. What is this crying bullshit about? So we're constantly being bombarded with having to be masculine, having to be strong, having to not show weakness. And then when it comes to showing our weakness, we still don't know how to. It's like when I was sick, I saw a psychologist the whole time I was sick until after I was done with everything, because I honestly, and I called my mom and my wife bawling my eyes out, saying I was tired of being the strong one. I needed that moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Poor boy, what you got?
One thing I've learned over my years is I'm about getting my health checked out, man. I don't, because I guess I've just seen so many people get sick from not checking themselves out. It's just something that I put a lot of priority into over the years because ain't nobody else gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep, like, if I got one problem and I don't feel that the question's been answered, I'm gonna keep going back. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, they sometimes just accept what the doctor say, but you got to keep going because shit. Say, bro, I know what's wrong with me more than anybody else, so I'm going to the goddamn doctor, and I encourage everybody to go. Mental health, go talk to somebody, get a unbiased opinion on yourself versus just sitting in your own goddamn head or listen to people that know you talk shit about you, try and judge you up for what you're doing. So I'm all for it. Go get your shit checked out.
I got you. Tim Dog, what you thought about that video?
Growing up, I had an issue in school. You might as well say I had a bad temper about certain things.
Shit, you
And,
still
You
do.
don't say.
man, fuck you. Anyway.
Wow.
Now that's some goddamn new shit.
No, but no, but seriously, I had this. I won't say energy, animosity. It was just something in me where if you did something to me that I really didn't like, I wouldn't get. I used to just wail on you, start fighting and some shit like that. Then I learned, don't get mad, get even. And a doctor taught me that. And I was about 15, 16. It wasn't an anger issue because I wasn't in fights all the time. It was just that, what do you call it, Napoleon complex?
Yeah,
I felt like I had to prove something. And believe me, growing up in Baltimore, people would try you. And I guess it stemmed it from that, all the years of, being picked on, fights and stuff like that. It just wore me out. Saw a doctor and they told me take that energy and put it to use with something else. So, don't get mad, get even. Bing, ding, ding. Okay, you want to do something to me? I'm going to get your ass back. But you won't know it's me.
I got you, Tim Dog. Pharaoh, what did you get out of that?
Stress, hypertension, stress for being black, having to be strong, having to put the world on your back, diabetes, drinking yourself to death, because of the stress. I mean, we feel that every day. We're told, like Professor said, we're told to be strong. We're taught to be strong. We're raised to be strong. Your mother is the backbone of the family, but you got to go out there and fight the battles. So, I mean, from our era, yes, I know I felt it just recently, actually. So, lack of sleep because of that stress. High blood pressure. You got to watch your diet. You got to exercise to release some of that stress. And a lot of people do not feel like they have the time to go take the time to go work out and relieve that stress. So I think, like you said, mental health, physical health is just as important to keep your mental health in check. So,
all right, y'all probably wondering why. Y'all knew y'all probably saying, man, on the street, we done covered this. We done saved this. We done had this conversation. Why are we bringing this back up?
To keep putting it in their heads that, hey,
No,
you
no,
need
no,
to
no,
check
no. It's not
yourself
that.
out.
It's not. That's the reason too. But take a listen to what this dude said about this. And then I know the conversation really going to kick off after this. Let me know once y'all done reading, because I gotta go to the next page.
Go ahead.
Everybody done with that one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we about to get it popping now. Okay. All right. That was the
First
comment
off,
I got.
we're all the same race. I get tired of hearing that shit about race. We're all the human race. Let's get that shit out of the context.
And this is what I'm going to say, because I
I
said
ain't
this
no
about
goddamn
boss.
human, nigga.
I was at work, man, and that bothered me so much, man. Me and Harvey talked about it. Shout out to Miss Harvey. Hey, it drives me crazy for him to say a white man. Y'all did y'all see the picture? Make sure y'all see the picture
Yeah.
now, because
Oh,
you know I
yeah.
had to get the
Pull
picture
up
off
the
the
picture.
website. I had to get his picture. I make sure everybody.
That's David
Hey,
Epps,
hey,
1640,
hey,
goddamn
man,
it.
hey, man, professor, you can get at him. Make sure you get at him.
Let me get in my good voice.
But the thing that irks me the much is in that piece, did it say anything about that I was being racist, or was I trying to get clickbait, or was I specifically saying black men that needs to go? I was being specific. If I wanted to say all men, I would say all men. And then even the doctor said that it's not just black men, it's men in general, but black men are more likely not to go to the doctor to seek help.
Right.
I know that's what he said,
Right.
but for the guy to say something for what I mean, why do when we Black Americans say something about something, just like we say Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. When we say when go get yourself checked, all men need to get themselves checked. Yeah, all men need to get themselves checked. But I'm talking to my brothers and sisters that don't. I just
Because
don't understand. Go ahead, Pharaoh.
No, it's Professor.
Go ahead, Professor.
well, it's because the one thing it's like we've said before, the one thing they don't want is black America to take care of itself, and especially black men to take care of ourselves. We're not supposed to want to take care of ourselves. We're just supposed to be the lazy, shucking and jiving, happy-go-lucky Negroes who they're used to seeing. Us taking care of ourselves, both mentally and physically, now it upsets the balance. It up not the balance. I sound like po' boy. It upsets them that we want to be able to take care of ourselves, and that which and that's why they try to take programs like Medicaid and Medicare away from people, because they don't want us to take care of ourselves. And the problem with that, with them saying it's about all men in general, not just black men die of hypertension at a rate that's higher than any other race on the planet, and especially in this country. Black men don't take care of black men die of easily preventable diseases and diseases that are easily taken care of and managed, because we're told we're going to be all right with it. And that's just not the truth. In fact, when I found out I had cancer, I hadn't gone to the hospital. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a doctor checkup. It might have been years when I got a before I had a full workup and we found out exactly how sick I was and what I was sick of. And we just so happened to catch it. I was I was stage 4 when we caught it. So if I didn't get sick enough to where I couldn't function anymore and still didn't, still was going about my business like normal, I probably would have died. And
Right.
and that's just what he's trying to say. We're dying of things that everybody else everybody else figured out what how to deal with, and we don't want to deal with it. Be it, like I
Oh,
said before, be it called being called weak or whatever. Weakness is not being weak is not taking care of yourself mentally and physically. It's not. It's like one of my favorite comics, Earthquake, says, health is wealth. The richest thing you can have for yourself is health, mental and physical. And you've got to I mean, like you said, black men die of diabetes, black men die of hypertension, black men die of the hypertension causes like stress. Name me another
yeah.
group of people that die at 40 and 50%. of those kinds of diseases. Name another group. Otherwise, Mr. Epps can shut the fuck up because I'm more than certain
Wholeheartedly.
I'm more than certain he's still on his mommy and daddy's health insurance, so he could suck a dick. To be perfectly honest with you, and if he'd have some smoke, he can come at me. I don't hide from no goddamn body.
Not never.
What you got for it, Professor? I mean, Pharaoh.
I'm just piggybacking with him. It's everybody has their opinions of what they think is what they think should be said, or what want to be inclusive to anything. But let's be real. We know for a fact the history of America does not favor Black Americans too good. So for whatever David Epps had to say, Mr. Epps, the hell with you.
Po boy from the boot, can you hear me?
Oh, let me push back. Let me push back.
Come here, Po boy from
Nah, man, for real though, but honestly, the way I feel about this shit, man. If we always talking about race and putting race in the mix, it's always gonna be there. Until we say fuck that shit, fuck being whatever race, I'm a person. Period.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm a person. Until we put that race shit aside, that's all it's gonna be. Because that's all people gonna talk about. Like he coming at you and we going back at him over some shit that we can't change. So fuck it. Move on from that shit. We ain't gonna change being black. We ain't gonna change being white. Fuck it. Move on. Everybody go get checked. I'm just for everybody, man. Everybody needs to do it. I understand where y'all coming from because y'all are black men. So am I. But
I was waiting for him to say that.
A healthier country, will make healthier people, man, mentally and physically. So if they get checked out and start going to the doctor as well, maybe that'll help clear up some stuff in their head mentally that'll make them say, oh, race really ain't that important. So it's good for everybody to get out there because it may change up everybody's perspective on how things are. That's all I got to say.
Okay then. Tim Dog from Beatmore. What you got for the people?
It's important for anyone to go see a doctor. My dad, he passed away at 52 because he didn't believe in going to the hospital for anything. He was one of those people who believed that it'll go away on its own.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on dialysis at 40, and he died from liver and kidney failure.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't a heavy drinker. I'm sure there were other contributing factors into his death, but it always bothered me. And that's why I go to the doctors continuously.
See, I'm going to tell you how little you can tell this country's cared about the health of black people in general. Up until a few years ago, it wasn't illegal to have cigarette ads near schools, and especially in black neighborhoods. They didn't make it illegal until fairly recently. Whereas if you went to white schools, you couldn't see alcohol and cigarette ads floating around the school. But in black areas, they were all over the place. Like in my area, in the area Po Boy and I grew up in, it was fairly white when we were coming up, so you didn't see none of that. But if you say go to the lower 9th Ward, right a block away from a school, there'd be a corner store that sell liquor and had big old cigarette ads sitting right outside of it. That was just made illegal federally, I want to say less than 20 years at this point. So,
more
like
liquor
I said,
stores and grocery stores.
Mr. Epps want to sit there and talk shit about it's not just black. Yeah, it is, because for years and years and years, we didn't get the attention and care that we deserved, to be perfectly honest. Now, granted, a lot of it was on us. We didn't take care of ourselves the way we should have, and nobody would. I'd be a fool if I said that we didn't, or we did rather. But the fact that stuff like that was allowed to go through, I mean, here in Jefferson Parish, they just had to pass a law that there couldn't be a gun store within 100 yards of a school, an elementary school. Of course, this elementary
That's
school
still too close.
Exactly. Well, they stopped it so that it can't be within a couple miles, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, the school they were talking about was a white school, so of course, everything happened quick. But like I said, if you went to the black schools in Jefferson Parish, you'd see the same shit you see here in Orleans Parish. The most unhealthiest shit in the world, in terms of lifestyle, alcohol stores, um, alcohol stores, cigarette stores, everything would be in public in view of the school. And like I said, the fact that they had to pass a law to stop that means something, and it should tell everybody what it. Everybody should know what it means. I'll put it like that. You should know exactly what the shit means.
And I totally agree with you. And like poor boy say, he pushed back. I'm poor boy. You know, I got to push back on what you said. You know, the reason why I'm going to push back. Yeah, we want everybody to get checked, but the reason why that we have to be each other, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, we got to push each other, and that's the reason why. Yeah, it's easy for us to say all men should get checked. Yeah, all men need to get checked, but a lot of black men are not. So that's why it takes us to be accountable. That's what for us to be accountable to my brother, for us to put out information like that. I'm not talking to the white man because their friends are telling them to get checked.
Right.
Their friends are telling them, "Hey, you need to go get checked."
Shit, their friends are doctors.
Yeah, but the average black man is not telling their friends you need to go get checked. And then your white friends probably not going to tell you need to go get checked. So what I'm trying to say is we got to educate ourselves to get out of that mindset about, oh, we all want race. No, we're not. If that was the case, they won't have race on the goddamn job interviews. They won't have it on the application. They won't have on anything that you do. The race will never come up. They would just have human, but they're not. They got it on there for a reason, and that's why I got hot. I'm not talking to all men. I'm talking to my brothers and sisters out there that needs to get checked. That somebody may not have told them to go get checked.
Mm-hmm.
And then for this clown to come and say, I don't care about my people. That's how you care about your people. That's like me knowing something and not telling you. That's like me knowing how to get some free money and I don't come back and tell you.
Oh, you do?
And that's why I'm pushing back a little bit because that it really irked me for this clown to get on there and say that, oh, it's about race. No, it's about my people that I care about.
And you
And then
notice what's funny. I'm sorry, man on the street, but you notice what's funny. It's always white people who want to comment on something black, but black people rarely comment on something that affects white people, the majority of white people. But they always have something to say when we trying to take care of ourselves, and it's the one thing that always pisses me off. And it's not all white people, so I'm not gonna just band them all into one little grouping. But it's always certain white people that always say black people worried about black this too much, and black this too much, black that too much. But it's hard to find a black person that go, oh well, man, this white person just say white people should take care of this for themselves because I mean, come on now, it just makes sense. And even if they do, black people not worried about it. I mean, why you got to stick your shit in our business? We don't stick our shit in your business. I mean, come on. Only thing never mind. I ain't gonna say that. I'm married. But anyway,
Man, because you got to elevate your mind, man.
Oh, Lord.
I can't get a prescription for weed.
You shouldn't have to. It should be legal.
I got you. No prescription needed. I got you.
Blow something into the camera. Let me get that smoke. Let me get
Right. Let it come through the speaker.
You got anything else on that, man?
Nah, man, it's y'all pretty much say what we need to say. When people have something to say about something they don't understand, matter of fact, I got something at the end, a saying that's going to sit there and I say it reflects what just happened in my quote at the end of the show.
Okay, Tim Dog, for be more careful. You got anything you want to say about this?
Man, I'm glad I'm in the condition I am in right now because the last two topic of conversations are really personal to me.
That's understandable. But I guess what we're trying to get, just like you say, rest in peace to your father. But if somebody had told him, "Hey, Dad, go get checked," you know what I'm saying? Or
Family,
just like my
no. The
father.
thing is, family members were telling him,
Okay,
"I'm
but he
gonna
just
be
didn't.
all right."
Yeah,
He was one of those people that, stubborn. I'm gonna be all right. I'm sure every person on this panel knows
yeah,
of someone
yeah,
or known
yeah,
someone
yeah,
who just resists going.
yeah,
And it stems from all of the racism from before. Tuskegee experiment.
yeah,
The let's see if this vaccine works, but only on black people.
yeah,
The low income down in the South.
yeah,
Those who really need something, and we'll give them a little bit of money just to experiment.
yeah,
That's where apprehension comes from among us.
yeah. And that's my thing. My thing is we don't tell each other, man. Nobody else will. So I'm gonna keep putting up content like that, and I'm gonna make sure I stress to my sisters and brothers what they need to do. And for me, I don't give a damn what anybody else may say about it. Because
Man, we
we
need to
don't
have a
we don't
conversation about contraception too.
okay.
All these
Well,
kids having kids around here.
we can have
That's
that convo
crazy.
too. But
There
I'm just
ain't
saying
nothing
that
new. Kids been having kids since kids could have kids, nigga.
yeah, say that for the after show. After show. But my point, I want all my friends that are not of the black race to understand. Sometimes it's not about you. It's not about you. Sometimes we want to look out for ourselves because they quickly say, "Why don't you do something for your own people?"
Right.
Well, I'm trying to do something for my own people. We're trying to do something for our own people. So sometimes we don't need your comments. Just be there to say, "Hey, yeah, brother, you did the right thing." Because I got friends that I want to hear what you're saying. And that's how I'm going to close that subject out. But before we go, man, Professor, what you got for the people?
All right. I don't know who said this, but the quote is experience is a teacher, pain is a tutor, mistakes are instructors. Out of every negative, there's an opportunity to develop a positive.
I got you. Timmy Dog for be more careful. What you got for the people?
They say if you can't be liked and you can't be feared, try to be feared because then people will leave you alone.
God damn, Tim Dog.
I'm just saying.
God damn, Tim Dog.
Good Lord.
Harold King, what you got for the people?
Hey, this goes with that David Epps guy. So do not correct a fool or he will hate you. Correct a wise man and he will appreciate you.
In other words, David Epps, suck a dick.
Yeah.
Hey, boy from the booth. What you got for the people?
Pinata, best thing going.
You got something for the people this week?
Yeah, man. Y'all drop so many nuggets like y'all at McDonald's. I'm in awe.
Lord.
Now, if he would have said like at a gold convention or something, you know,
Bro,
Said
never
nothing,
go.
nuggets.
But for real, man, find what feeds your soul. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, yeah.
Feed your soul.
Hey, fellas, man, good conversation. We went from sports to Donald Trump to what I think was a good subject. But like I said before, we have to pick each other up. If we don't do it, nobody else will. And we got to hold ourselves accountable because I hate to hear something happen to you and I could have saved something or I could have helped you with something. And then that's just my way of thinking. So,
well, I mean, just and reach out and call somebody.
Yeah.
Every now and then, just reach out and call a person. Hey, how you doing today? You never know that call could change and brighten up their day because somebody out the blue thinking about it, man, enlighten themselves. So every now and then, just reach up, pick the phone up, and call somebody, man. Have a 10-minute conversation with them.
That's true. Well, this is Two Cigar and a Blunt. I'm the man on the street.
Feral King.
Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
The mad professor living in the boot. Oh, his mic is
I have
off.
myself on mute. It's cold from the boot.